Hey, James. Kalia's opening three, Sandy talked about it just now in her post-game press conference and said her thought was, okay, here we go. So when Ka opened the game with that three next to your guys' bench, what did that signal for you all?
She made the shot, and the ball movement was good, and she had her feet under her, and she knocked it down.
Did it give you guys any initial energy right there in that opening play?
She always gives us energy, so of course it did.
And then how much do you feel like, if at all, game one was a wake-up call and invigorated this team to come out and have a game like they did today?
I thought it just, just woke. I mean, I guess you said it right. It woke us up and let us know that we have to come out with an intensity that we need to, to actually match who we are, and that wasn't the case in the first game.
And then, sorry, just one more. How proud are you of your team's response today?
I thought it was a great response, and so I take pride in it, and just happy that they did what they did, and now we just have to keep moving forward.
Coach, I mean, you all have been talking about throughout the season about playing 40 minutes, not playing 37, 35, but like a full 40 minutes. I mean, did you feel like this was the game that, because I know you've said in the past after games like that you haven't had that game. Do you feel like today was that day from the top of the rotation down to the last person on the bench?
Yeah, I thought, our bench was amazing. I thought, it's important sometimes when you get a big lead that your bench comes off and they keep that momentum going. And I thought they did. I thought Ruthie's minutes were really important. I thought Dana's minutes were really important. Ruthie was able to get some deflections and steals, and Dana, her defense was really good. And so I thought it really helped us out a lot.
This team did pretty well in transition last game, but you all were able to take them out this game. I mean, Sandy talked about the Liberty being run out of the gym. I mean, how important is that going to be going into game three, just given that their half-court offense can be inconsistent at times?
We just have to continue to look at video and see how we can, actually build on the game that we had today. After today, the game is over, and we just have to focus on it. Yeah.
Vince, how happy are you with today's result?
I'm super happy because James said to me that I had to give some advice, and I told him that the team should play a really good defense, and this game brought the best defense that I ever saw.
Thanks, Coach Vince.
I don't know how you're going to follow that one.
Yeah, but that's why I brought him out here, because I talked with him right before the game, and he gave me some great advice. And so I thought that he deserved to be here today. So
Coach Brondello credited you and your troops for the chess that you guys played at the level of the screen today, and how that just sent them off script and really forced them to play a lot of one-on-one basketball today, which is not their cup of tea. So how did you feel about the energy and the ferocity with the execution in response to game one?
I thought the attention to detail was so great, and the intensity was so great. And I thought we executed at a level where we didn't make many mistakes. And when we did, we had people to back us up. And that's what we have to be. It was a lot of trust out there on the floor, and they executed at a high level. So we just have to, that's who we have to be. If we want to get to where we want to get to, we have to be that team. And it's not going to matter who we play. So we have to really focus on us and focus on executing at that level.
So, James, this is the most aggressive I've seen this guy on defense that I think I've seen this season. So I'm just wondering if you could comment, is there anything specific that you were trying to do besides win?
We were trying to find ourselves and, and just trying to, I guess, confirm to each other what we wanted to be. So we decided to express that today.
Kalia is obviously just a big part of your offense in general, but I think this was her highest scoring, or matched her highest scoring first quarter this season. Part of the game plan, or was she sort of reading the action and reacting to it?
I think she came out aggressive, and I think, the world was put upside down yesterday. So I just think she just came out and just let everybody know she's still Copper.
And you were not a fan of the game 3, facing the potential game 3 on the road, heading into it. Now that sort of you're faced with this prospect, it's kind of, how do you feel about having to go on the road and sort of play for your season here?
I'm okay with it, like, because the thing is that if we would have lost game 1, this game would have been on the road. You know, if we play like that, it doesn't matter where we play. We can play on the moon, but we have to, you know, be who we're going to be, and that'll dictate everything.
You've talked about being who you want to be, finding yourselves. What is who are the ultimate Sky team? How would you describe that? And this, I guess, follow up to that is just, how much did you learn about and this team about identity finding through last year's journey?
I guess we'll find out. Yeah, I know who we are, but I mean, it's just to answer you guys' questions. It's not really to answer mine. I mean, we just have to show it. That's what it comes down to. It's just us showing it and doing it every day. So, but yeah, I know who we are.
What about last year? That journey, does that help in this?
I think it does. But when it comes down to it, it really doesn't say nothing if you don't do it. But I think it always helps. Experience matters. Championships matter. So we'll put our pedal to the metal for the next game.
And then we'll go to Zoom.
Hey, Coach, when you look at last season, kind of a playoff that a lot of the season was a dogfight just to get into the playoffs with health concerns and a lot of other things, and just being the underdogs, what is it about this team that when having their backs against the wall, they're just able to step up to the challenge?
I think, it just shows our character, and it shows our experience and our level of talent, and how connected we are to each other. And, it's a lot to respond the way we responded today. I thought it was great, and we just have to continue to respond like that.
We'll go to Zoom. Chris Rim, New York Times. Chris on Zoom.
Yeah, I'm here. Am I good? Can you hear me?
Yep, you're good.
Yeah. When you get the first quarter like that from Kalia, is that something that you've come to expect of her to elevate her play in big moments and big games?
I do. She's a Finals MVP, and I know she's probably the 17th best player in the playoffs right now. But we'll take that 17.
All right, we'll go to Eden, Just Women's Sports on Zoom. Eden.
Yeah, obviously a lot is said about Kalia's offensive abilities, but I thought her defense really jump-started you in this game. Just what did you think about the way she defended, particular Sabrina Ionescu and their ball handlers?
I mean, she's special because she plays both ends of the floor, and I think that gets undervalued a lot. Her ability to be disruptive and then on the other end get us buckets and actually draw defense is it sets a tone. And the tone is really what we need, and she was able to do that tonight, and she does that most nights for us. So it's something that we expect for her to do, and something we lean on her to do. So she did a good job of it tonight.
And then just as a team defensively, you held them to 15% shooting from the 3-point line. How big of an emphasis was that in your defensive game plan?
I mean, it was important because we know they like to shoot threes, and they're a successful team when they make them. So we just wanted to make sure that if they got threes off, that they were contested and they weren't as open as they were the first game.
All right, Carly Bell from Marquee, last question.
Coach, this was the largest playoff margin of victory in WNBA history with this win today. You guys have set multiple milestones all season. What does this just mean to add another one onto this accolade and another list to make you guys just more successful heading into game 3?
It just means we won, and it just gives a validation of what we can be. But we still have to Tuesday do what we do, and but it's great, I guess. I'm whatever. But I'm glad we won in a fashion that showed that, kind of validated, hey, everybody in the locker room, this is who you are. Just, we have to stay there.
All right, thanks, Coach.
All right. Thanks, Vince, too.
Coach Vince, do you want to compete? I mean, you can too.
Gotta ask his mom. Gotta ask his mom.
gonna start with in-person questions and then we'll go to Zoom.
Ka, you opened the game with that 3 from the wing right next to your team's bench. What did that signify for you? And then Courtney, as her teammate on the court, what did you gain from that 3 from her to start the game?
I'll go first because mine's short. She's ready. She's here. She's ready. She's good. That's it.
What James said, what Sloot said.
And then how much did game 1 or was game 1, if at all, a wake-up call as far as just the challenge that it is going to be to make it past every round in this playoff?
Yeah, it was a wake-up call for us. We shouldn't have had to have it, but we did, and it woke us up. We know that we came into this game with a different mentality. We knew that what got us through games in the regular season wasn't going to do the same in playoffs. And so we were able to, pick it up another notch. And I think you saw a different team tonight, and we feel like a different team. So we're just going to build off that.
Oh, no, I didn't know.
No, it's okay.
Ka, I mean, you defended Sabrina Ionescu as well as anyone can today. You limited her pretty well. I mean, what did you see from her in terms of being able to frustrate her a little bit on the perimeter?
I think she's the head of their snake. So defensively, it's important for me to defend her. So I got to be able to make it as hard as possible for her. So that's what I wanted to do.
And Courtney, you talked about how this team was still looking for a complete 40-minute performance like throughout this entire season. It felt that it was from you all the way down to the end of the bench. I mean, how important was that in this moment in game 2 of a playoff series to finally get, not finally, but reach that point?
Oh, it was huge for us. I think that was as a complete game as you probably have seen from us. And I think it shows what we're capable of. It shows us where our expectations should be of ourselves. And we have another game, so it's a quick. We learned from it today. I think that's a great thing, is be able to take some lessons from a win. That this is the team we have to be, and if we do, then we get results like this.
Hey, Ka. So you started game 1 against Benaja, and then tonight you started against Sabrina. Just with that switch in matchups, did you feel like you took it, like you wanted to set a tone specifically, like for your team early on at the point of attack and just get things rolling from that nature?
I just want to be able to, my team, just to be able to know that if they call on me for a switch or a matchup or whatever, that I'm going to respond. So it was just important for me to do what my team needed. So that's just what I did.
And then for Sloot, so you guys seemed like you had way more flow in the half court specifically, whether it was set plays or read and react. Do you feel like that was a byproduct of up the aggression from all 5 players on the floor compared to game 1?
Yes, definitely. I think we got a lot of our defense early, and that got our offense going. When we're flying around and we're playing fast, we're hard to guard because we have a lot of players, in transition that can be deadly. Ka really got us going the first couple of possessions, and that was huge. And we kind of just rode from that. We're at our best when we're playing fast, but we have the ability to slow it down and execute in the half court. But we just have to do that for 40 minutes for us to play and win games.
So, Kalia, when you elevate, is there anything going through your mind about how you're going to do some of the crazy shots you pull off?
Funny. But no, I'm just going like. It's just free. It's so natural. So I don't really feel like what you guys see. So for me, it's just not like that, but like that.
Okay. I'll try to transcribe that. Courtney, what do you think when you see her fly up like that?
Well, it's become normal now, which is, it's unfortunate because it really is special. She has such a unique ability to finish through contact, through multiple players, and she makes it look easy, and what she's doing is not easy, but she's kind of our engine, and when she's doing that, we're special.
Carly, go.
Kalia, you said at practice back here. Right here. There. You said at practice this week that there's another level for you guys to tap into, and you guys didn't show it on Wednesday, but was today the full showing of that next level, or is there another level that we can get to and we can see on it for game 3?
Hate to be a Debbie Downer, but we lost the fourth quarter.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh man.
So we got to win every quarter, one, and just clean up some of the turnovers and the fouls. I think we fouled a lot in the end. We put them to the free throw line, I think 21 times, maybe something like that. So, we limit the fouls and we just control the turnovers that we know we can control. But
And then Sloot, today you were just attacking the glass, I think more so than we've seen all season. And it seemed like this game as well, you guys were really limiting the second and third chance shots that they were getting. Is that kind of a focus heading into this game to really limit second, third, and fourth chance shots that we saw on Wednesday?
Yeah, and that's not specific to them. That's just a mentality that we have to have moving forward. Is the less amount of chances they get on goal, then the better off we are. So I think that kind of hurt us last game, as they got a couple threes off offensive rebounds that kind of mess up our flow. So yeah, we wanted to make sure that we were all flying around. So a couple of the balls just kind of bounced my way on rebounds, but I think it speaks highly of we were just forcing them to take uncomfortable shots. And that was, the game 1, it's a different story. They were much more comfortable. But yeah, we just got to, continue and grow off that.
We'll go to Zoom. Chris Rim, New York Times. Chris.
Yeah, Kalia, what was going through your head before the game? Like you looked, before the game started, even on the court, you looked kind of like you were bouncing around and kind of nodding your head and looked, pretty excited for it. Was there like added excitement for you coming from last game? And I guess just what was going through your head as the game started?
I actually think that's just me on the court. I don't think it was anything new. I was a little upset about the loss, but I think that's me consistently every game. So to what you said, no, I don't think it was anything different. But I definitely approached this game, with a chip on my shoulder. We lost at home in front of our crowd who shows up consistently and gives us everything. So it was important for us to respond.
We'll go to Eden, Just Women's Sports on Zoom. Eden.
This is for both of you guys. Just obviously defending the 3-point line was a big thing for you guys. How were you able to kind of shift that and defend there better than you did last game?
Well, it was top of mind for sure. So it's a mentality. We were kind of, like I said before, we're just in our rotations. We're flying around, trying to make things difficult, trying to make them make multiple passes, contested threes. They shot 15% from 3. We got to be ready because they probably won't do that again. We got to make adjustments and go from there.
Last couple, we'll go to Shannon, and then we'll go end with Annie.
I guess for both of you, just you kind of mentioned this, but just that idea of after losing game 1, what was maybe not specifically right before this game, but the last couple of days leading up to this, just was there some anticipation, like I can't wait to get back on the court and really, make up for that? Or was there, I don't know, just a different feeling of determination? Or I don't know if you can describe what the last couple of days were like waiting to get back.
I think, after any loss, you want the next game to come, because it's just like, you're just not sitting around, but it's like you just want that feeling of the loss and all the things that happen. You want it to end. So I think that, after the game, it was like, we don't play for another couple days, and it was a drag, but I think that we did a really good job of coming back together. We came back together the very next day, and we talked things through everybody. We tried to, make adjustments and figure things out. And we really came together. And I think it was very special on how we felt the next day, leaving the game and then coming together. And then after we left each other, then I think everybody felt a lot better.
This was the largest margin of victory in playoff history. So I wonder how much emphasis you all put on not just winning, but having, a big win tonight to carry into Brooklyn.
Yeah, it was a big emphasis, and it was more for us than anyone else, just to, build that confidence within ourselves and know that when we play our game, that we believe, that we can beat anybody and we can beat them similar to like tonight. Didn't come in here thinking like we want to win by 40. We wanted to win the game and we wanted to do it our way.
Thanks, players. Thank everyone for joining.
You guys want cookies?